Hello and welcome back to Oscar Recap. Today we will recap.
Giant of nearly 100 meters. Take out a 40-meter knife and cut it to the dish. The knife can only be described in one word: handsome. Then place the ingredients on top of the pastry and a handful of 50 pounds of pepper. Then with his own delicate hands, roll up the ingredients. Set aside gently and set aside. Coming up is the most critical step. Stick out your ring finger into the aquiline nose. Remember, want to taste good? Never wash your hands. Then take out the 2-meter toothpick. Raise it above your head. A little bit of that force. String the ingredients together. Oh, my God, almost cost a man his job. Then pick up the plate. Place in the fire. Lower the heat for another 41 days. This process comes down. The top Michelin-starred meal is done. The giant scratched his arm. Smell it hard and then put it on the chopping board, ready to make the next dish. In the nick of time, David's coming, holding a 40-meter knife, and jumped down into the giant's neck. The giant was running about in pain. A careless one. My feet slipped, hit it hard against the wall, and then, lying dead on the ground. Oh, my God, where did these giants come from? Just a few days ago, David met a handsome little brother to watch the ski scene. Brother traded some beans to David for the ticket, and David didn't know it was. These beans brought him a great disaster. One night, there was only a sound coming. It says directly into the sky. There's no way. The king had to send out his men. Climbed for a whole month without eating or drinking to the top of the tree, city of the sky. What I didn't expect was, a couple of people just got here. I saw a pair of 20 meters long legs, taking small steps, coming towards them. David was so scared that he hid in the water. All of a sudden, the giant comes to the man, pulled the tree out of his back. Giant of 100 meters, to suddenly appear in front of the human race. Oh, my God, it was easy. He pulled out the tree and threw it aside. Men see it, hurriedly turned and began to run, and turning back from time to time. Let's see if the giant catches up. What I didn't expect was, the giant's 3 strides, plus a snap. He just pinned the man to the ground, and squat down. Slowly gather your face together, with your own big eyes. Take a good look. Then he sniffed it with his black-headed nose, after making sure there's no body odor. I got him. All of a sudden, the man plunged his sword into the giant's heel. He was kicked a few dozen meters away. Then the giant drew his sword, and he took the 2 and left here. The 2 at the edge of the cliff were chatting. The result is instantly grabbed by a giant hand, right in the mouth. Without waiting for another person to react, another giant came up, appeared in front of the man. Big brother saw a mouth, scared the hell out of a man. Then the giant hand came over. Moment of truth. The man took out the crown. This is no ordinary crown, but the imperial precepts of the giant kingdom. Just take this with you. We can get all the giants to do what they say. The man made the giant kneel. The giant will have to do just that. Get him down. You have to get down. See peers rise. This makes Jones a few people very happy, but I didn't expect that. The man of power is selfish. Prepare to take the giant, to take the king's place. Listen. There are many humans to eat, can make the giants happy. A couple of people who escaped. He never stopped trying to break the news to the king, only to be blocked by a giant. All of a sudden, David had a brainwave. Use a stick to pick out a 1-meter honeycomb, slowly and quietly close to the giant. The giant was sleeping soundly. I saw the 2 cooperating with each other. Jimmy was responsible for opening the giant's mask, and David was responsible for putting the beehives in. Jimmy slowly opened the giant's mask. Then David picked out the beehive. It was slowly put in. The tone of 50 years without brushing your teeth. Almost passed Jimmy out. After successfully placing the beehive, the pair quickly hid. 2 hours go by. At last the giant made a noise. Stand up. I slapped myself in the face, and then a careless one fell face down to the ground. Until we reached the edge of the cliff, Giant Talon successfully took off the mask. I thought I had a thick skin. Nothing's wrong. Turns out one of the bees is a bumblebee. It's a kick to the giant's nose, and drove the giant straight off the cliff. This made David's men very happy. Subsequently, David broke the news to the king. The king hurriedly ordered his men to begin cutting down the tree. Cut off the path of the giant's invasion. What I didn't expect was, this does not stop the giant. See giant eldest brother take out fairy beans. With the breath of 1,000 years, give it a little blow. Fairy beans, when they meet water, it's starting to change. Rise directly from the ground, into a 10,000 meter long vine. Then the big man gave the order. The giants fell under the vines, and David on the ground. The danger was foretold in the first place, galloping to the palace on a white dragon horse, to tell everyone about the invasion of the giant. Instant, the army of giants has caught up with the human race, and hit a human as a ball. Any bat is a home run. They ripped off the windmill. Give it a flick of the whip. He knocked down the king's crown. At this time in the palace, he's ready to defend himself. Put the oil into the moat. The command set the river on fire. I saw a giant swoop. Was shot down by the archers. What one never thought of was, the giant didn't die. Pulled a mace and came out again. In the hallway, crazy to chase up David, two people. Unfortunately, Jones running in front, into the hands of the giant. David saw it, took a 40-meter knife and jumped over it. And then I got caught. Are both going to die? It's impossible. Just as the giant was about to eat David, David took out a fairy bean into the giant's throat. Next second, vines are rising from the ground. Let the giant die. The other side, the troll has just broken through the defense. It's on the ground. It turns out, it was David who took the king's ring, became the leader of the giants, and commanded them back to the city of the sky.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss any updates.